Chester Butler, you don't score many hat-tricks, 3 tries in 7 minutes. Sunday gone to help Bradford past the Midland Hurricanes.
Yeah, no, it was just good to get over. To be fair, helps build your confidence a little bit. You expect to score tries or be able to break tackles against teams like Midland Hurricanes. Obviously, not taking too much away from Midland Hurricanes. They played fantastic, and especially in the first half on the weekend. To say they were playing a Bradford Bulls side who's supposed to be top tier championship team. But no, it was nice to get over.
When you look on that performance, a little bit Jekyll and Hyde when you look at the first half and then compare it to the second.
Yeah, we started really slow. Similar to the Keighley game, started really slow and we just sort of struggled to get back into it. Come second half, we managed to break that curse, whatever was going on in the first half, and get going. But too many errors, discipline was crap. I think it was multiple things that was going wrong in our game, which we need to stamp out. It's the little things that matter, and when you've got so many of them little things, it becomes a big thing. And obviously in the first half, it was. They were leading at one point, weren't they? So yeah, we need to stamp them out and hopefully go into this Halifax game, ready to go.
It is Monday night at the Share, a club you're familiar with. How tough a challenge is this going to be for Bradford on Monday night?
Yeah, it'll be massive. Not just the game. The fans at the Share will be up for it. I know from personal experience being at Halifax, they'll be raring to go from straight after the whistle blew on Sunday. They'll all be preparing, not just the players, the staff, the fans, everyone. It's a massive occasion for Halifax. This is the biggest game of their season. Playing against Bradford Bulls, and probably similar for Bradford as well. So it's going to be massive. I can't wait personally. I know a few of the other players can't wait as well. But this is why we play rugby league, to play in these games.
How important is it you approach this game with that correct mindset? Like you've mentioned just then, slow start against Keighley, slow start against Midland Hurricanes. It goes without saying, you have a slow start against Halifax, it's game over.
Yeah, it's massive to go into this game from day dot. As soon as that whistle blew on Sunday against Midland Hurricanes, we've all got to switch his head now to this Halifax game. They'll be doing the same, so we've got to as well. I was speaking to Dunno on Tuesday, and I think today he's going to go over, to some of the players just what it means to play in these type of games, because I feel in the past, and not just at Bradford but at other clubs as well, when you're playing in derby games, I think it's quite hard for people to get up for it when they don't understand the meaning behind it. And the meaning behind this game, Halifax Bradford, is huge, and I think some people might need a bit of educating on that to be able to understand what this is all about.
Just been speaking with Jet Walker, he's obviously watched on from the sideline. He thinks Bradford struggle at times with that composure and consistency. That's perhaps holding the club back a little bit, holding the team back.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Consistency is key. It's a long season, and you can start as well as you want, but if you can't hold your composure, throughout the season, then yeah, you're going to start losing, and you're not going to be where you want to be at the end of the season. It's not where you start, it's where you finish, isn't it? And to do that, you need to be consistent throughout. So yeah, composure and consistency is massive. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we'll start to click and get there. We've seen glimpses of it already in the last 7 games. We are a new team. People, keep forgetting that. We've brought in, I think we've changed over half of this team, haven't we? So when you think about it, in that sense, we are still building that chemistry moving forward. So yeah.
When you look at the side last week against Midland Hurricanes, 7 changes. There's probably going to be 6 or 7 changes this week with some new faces coming in on loan. How does that affect, from a player's point of view, that sort of continuity, that cohesion?
Yeah, it can. Potentially for less experienced people too. A lot of people like to, be comfortable with the people they're playing next to them when the team's constantly being chopped and changed. That can affect them. For the more experienced players, they'll be used to that. They can adapt fairly fast. I feel as if a lot of our players, young and old within this team, experienced and non-experienced, are good at adapting to these types of things. So I don't think it'll be too much of a problem for us all. But then again, these Challenge Cup games, when you're playing against lower league teams, that's when you want to, try your hand out and play these younger players. Miles Lawford, fantastic, end of the year last year, showed glimpses of brilliance against Midland Hurricanes, and prior to that this season as well. So you need to try your cards and see what's coming through, and if and I suppose give a bit of competition to the people in the squad already.
When you look at yourself, very similar to Jordan Lilly, you bring that utility value. You can play in a number of positions. Are you happy to be that part that can almost, or the skeleton key that can unlock any door, or would you prefer to stay in one position?
Don't get me wrong, it's great to stay in one position. I'll do what's best for the team. I've said to Dunno, look, as long as I'm playing a mapper, it is easier playing in one position, but at the same time, if he wants me to play in the middle, I'm more than happy to play in the middle. If he wants me to play back row, right back row, left centre, right centre, throw him in the wing. Maybe not the wing, but if he needs me to play in them positions, I'll play there for the team. Rugby's a physical game. People are going to get injured, and you've got to be able to rely on, your more experienced players who have, that experience in different positions to be able to help you out. And if I'm that person that Dunno's got to lean on to do that, then so be it. I'm more than happy to do it.
Jordan Lilly did say if it meant featuring against Halifax, he'd play prop. So maybe the wing might be an option for you.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I think the game, my first proper game at Halifax was on the wing against Warrington Wolves in a Challenge Cup game. And that's when I was going to leave the sport, to be fair. So I know I can play a wing if needs be. I'm probably just not built for wing anymore.
No.
I was a lot lighter back then, a lot faster. Whereas now I've had a few little niggles here and there, but I'd still be able to play it. Probably not as effective as I once did, but you could rely on me in that position, I would have thought.
From a player's point of view, is there anything to read into the club's away form? Obviously, very early in the season, we're only up to round 8, but it probably isn't going unnoticed by some sections that 6 from 6 at home, not from 3 away.
Yeah, it's early doors, isn't it?
Yeah.
You look York, Fev, and then it was the other one there, York, Fev and Keighley. Tough games, all 3 away. So people can read into it as much as they want. 3 games, that's all it is away, isn't it? So I think the positive out of it all is we're winning at home now compared to last year where we struggled even putting a string of games together, winning at home. I think that's we can take confidence in that. Away, that'll come. As mentioned, the tough games.
Anything in the notion? Obviously, Odsal slightly narrower. You got away games, wider pitches, having to adjust and adapt game plans.
No, I don't think there's much in it. Last year, I suppose this year we've got a fit team. We can play the ball if needs be. So wide or narrow. If anything, if people looked at our team, they'd think we'd be better on a wider pitch. And I still believe we are. We just happen to be to be good on the narrow pitch at Odsal as well. So it'll just come. It'll come with time. As I say, we're still building this chemistry as a team. So yeah.